sometimes like to do, I'm going to put some people on the spot here. Could all the gentlemen in the room please stand up? It is very nice to have you, and you are brave souls. So welcome, and we hope you enjoy the program today. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 3rd annual U.S.-India Chamber of Commerce Women's Conference. My name is Neil Gonagumla, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of this chamber.
One of the top questions that's on everybody's mind is, what is it like to be among the stars? First, mother in space. Well, looking at the picture that's up on the screen right now, I'll show you a little bit about how beautiful it is. You know, I just felt like I'm one of the most lucky person in the earth. The view is just spectacular. You know, you don't see any boundaries between the countries, and you know, when we're up there, each of us, I think, treasure that view. It's not so much fun the first day or two because you might not be feeling too well. You have seasickness, symptoms that are similar to that. And I remember the first night thinking, why did I want to do this? And then on the morning of the 3rd day, I felt great. And ever since then, it was just, you know, it was just a spectacular feeling to be able to float weightless and to lose all that weight.
A woman's dream, right? One thing I wanted to ask you, how similar was it to what you thought it would be like?
You know, it was pretty, you know, it's hard to know how you're going to feel when you're weightless, because even when you swim or in water, you feel the resistance of the water. So it's not, I'm sorry, I don't want to have my back over the table. So you never, that feeling is very unique. But we were well trained, and we listened to our other crewmates that would give us advice. And so it really wasn't that.
It's an interesting question, and I grew up in India, as you may have gathered from my background, and basically I knew since I was 5 years old, actually, that I wanted to be an aerospace engineer.
Excellent.
It's interesting. In fact, I even had an essay that I wrote back in kindergarten to that effect. And you know, I credited a lot of that initially starting out just to my parents, for just being very supportive and you know, basically not putting any limits on what I wanted to do. And so you know, that's what brought me to the U.S. I ended up studying aerospace engineering. I worked on several space programs. And Dr. Fisher, you would be happy to know that those of us that were in the back end, the hidden figures, did actually take a lot of interest in how we designed and how we developed a lot of the systems.
Great.
And you know, as far as where it took me, I think I didn't really plan so far ahead. A lot of it was really, I think, keeping that childlike curiosity that sometimes we forget as we get older. We want to map out an exact path, and that's usually not what it ends up being. And so I'd say, you know, it's always just about looking at what's right in front of you, what's the right opportunity, does it excite you? And I think that's the biggest part of it. If it's something you're passionate about, you get excited about, then that's really where the next step would be.
Adding to it, tell us what your typical day is like. I'm sure the audience is dying to know.
Let me go first. This is interesting. So, when I took on my first CIO role,
with a full excitement. I was so excited that I did not even ask all the right questions I should have asked during the interview. So I walk in first day and I'm trying to figure out what is happening. I know technology, I know how to implement systems, how to drive results, how to engage people. How hard is it going to be? And for God's sake, Ready Ice only sells 1.8 million tons of ice on a yearly basis with 140 locations. Supply chain is super strong. However, what I did not ask is what all systems and team and the talent that exist on the floor. They had unfortunately gone live with the ERP system that had gone south. When I say south, it was really south. I walk in, I started lifting pretty much every stone I lifted, I found ants, and so let me put this back. Picked up another stone, bigger ants, I put those back. In other words, multiple ERP system, no systems talking to each other. Talent was all over the place. No one was in the building, dispersed throughout the nation. No one close to my business, could not explain what was going on. Multiple views of my customers. My customer, as you can imagine, we sell our ice to Walmarts and CVS and Walgreens of the world. Anyone you asked, they would give me a different view of Walmart.